You know how big RPGs always come out with a litany of game-breaking bugs? That's always been the case. The Famicom version of Final Fantasy came out in 1987, and only about half of it worked. The most intrusive bug involves the intellect stat that determines how much damage your spells do. It doesn't do anything. If you use a black mage, they're going to be doing the same damage at level 1 as level 50. 5 remakes later, they finally fixed that bug with the Dawn of Souls compilation, but at kind of a hefty cost. The original versions of the game had a unique magic system, where rather than using a pool of MP, each level of spell had a limited number of charges that can only be recovered by getting a good night's rest. The Dawn of Soul remake, and most versions since, have replaced that with more standard mechanics. It feels like a large part of this original Final Fantasy's identity was lost with that magic system. But then, after nearly 35 years of suffering, in the summer of 2021, they fucking fixed it. Oh man, look at this. Just listen to it. We got auto battle, we got maps, we got usable ethers. The graphics look great, finding a nice balance between past iterations of the sprites and backgrounds. The music has never sounded better. Unfortunately, Square does this thing where they say you get the OST with purchase, but instead it's just like 3 bonus tracks added to the in-game music player. It kinda sucks. What also kinda sucks is the default typeface. It's like seriously just terrible. It's hard on the eyes, and I'm dyslexic. It's really easy for me to misread things in this typeface. I think it might have been a mistake on the dev side, because if you go into the game files, delete the English font, and replace it with the Japanese one, you end up with exactly the same typeface Final Fantasy has been using for like 20 years. It seems like it would take 10 seconds to patch this, so hopefully this isn't a problem for too long. Including that, my only real complaints are nitpicks. I was playing from memory and ended up having to backtrack a few times, which left me feeling accidentally overleveled. It takes longer to run from things than to just kill everything, so I ended up even more overleveled after that. It would have been nice to be able to turn off random battles to avoid this and maybe save some real-life time, but this game is still really fast and never gonna be that challenging. In conclusion, this is the best way to play the original Final Fantasy. It's quick and engaging without any of the grind of the original versions or the monotony of the later remakes. It makes me really, really excited to play the rest of the Pixel remasters, especially the next two, which had even more problems than the first one, which I'm going to give a finally fully functioning intellect.
Subscribe for more.